And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wichita Northwest High School, where tonight the Grizzlies will take on the Falcons in a Greater Wichita Athletic League varsity contest. This is the boys that I'm talking about. You see them on the court. They're warming up. We're actually running a little bit behind. The girls are playing. They are at halftime, and we're going to give you bonus coverage tonight. We're going to show you the second half of the girls' game in addition to the boys' game tonight. At halftime, the Lady Grizzlies trail the Heights Falcons 30-11. It has been all Heights so far here in this contest with the girls. The girls are going to have a big hole to get out of here, starting off with the third quarter. We're glad to have you on board. It has been over 2 months, almost 2 months, I should say, since our last webcast, and a little bit of explanation for that from me. First of all, the schedule was our enemy. This is a student-driven production. We're going to talk about that as well, but the students were out over Christmas, so for 2 weeks, 2 weeks of that 2-month period, there were no students here. In addition to that, at the beginning of the semester, the students who are in this program changed over, and it's an all-new group. And this group that's working the game tonight is working their first game. So they took them some training before they could get up to speed to run the equipment and be able to bring the game to you here live tonight. So that's part of it. The third thing, quite frankly, is me. I underwent knee surgery right before Thanksgiving. I had a knee replaced. I had my right knee replaced. And I had been under orders from the doctor not to do anything for 6 weeks. I broke that rule in order to help bring you the Capen game, which is the only game we've done so far in this basketball season. It was 10 days after surgery that I came in a wheelchair and helped the kids put that game together along with Shane Monroe. And quite frankly, I needed the rest after that. I did the smart thing and kind of stayed away from it. Pleased to report that I'm down to a cane, and I'm basically dragging the cane behind me a lot more than I'm using it. So I'm doing pretty well, and I'm ready for the rest of the season. And we have a busy time coming up starting tonight with this game against the Heights Falcons. We have a road game on Friday that we will not be doing, and then we're going to go to Bishop Carroll next week. And hopefully we are going to bring you that game live. That is still up in the air. That it would be the only road game we will do, but Bishop Carroll is only a mile away. So we're hoping against the odds that we're going to be able to get you that game as well. Then the last 4 games are all at home against Southeast, East, South, and West in that order. So starting on the 11th, we're going to have 5 games in 2 weeks to bring you so you can kick back live and just enjoy some basketball here from Northwest. We're just about ready to start the third quarter here in the girls' game. Again, Grizzlies trail 30-11. And we were not anticipating doing the girls' game. So as a result, I'm not prepared with rosters. So we're gonna make this work. First of all, I'll tell you who's going to be on the floor for the good guys. Grizzlies in their white home uniforms with dark numerals, dark trim. Heights in their road red uniforms with white numerals and black trim. On the floor for the Northwest girls, Number 23 is Isis Sanders. 33 is Taria Franklin. 34, Taylor Hatton. 32 is Daisha Ongabigi. I know I mispronounced that. We'll get the right pronunciation on that one here shortly. And the fifth person on the floor is number 1, Macy James. Grizzlies have the ball. We're underway here in the third quarter. We do not have scoreboard graphics for you tonight. We'll keep you posted throughout on where we are. Heights Falcons got a layup that time from Linnea Randall. And here comes Northwest back. Northwest playing from right to left in this half as you're watching it on your screen. On the far side, Hatton has it. Driving into the paint, now putting it up, and that wasn't Hatton. I'm going to take it back. That was Isis Sanders who gets the 2 points for Northwest, and the Grizzlies make up for the first basket. And right away we have a breakaway basket by Ashton Conley of Heights, and it's 34-13 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Heights with the ball after the steal, and an easy layup looks like, yes it is. Zanaya Walker gets the lay in for the Falcons, and the Falcons lead now by 23. Macy James with it, dishes it off. Trying to get it across that time to Daisha, unable to do it. Heights comes back with it, pass up and down, count the basket, and a foul. And Zanaya Walker will go to the line to shoot 1. So glad to have you all aboard. Hope you enjoy the game and a half that we're bringing you tonight with this bonus coverage of the girls contest here at Northwest. Again, Walker's at the line, shooting 1. And it's good. Grizzlies trail 39-13, 6:25 remaining here in the third period. And Macy James trying to get it started for Northwest. She's got 2 people on her, still with the ball, and finally we have a whistle and a turnover. Not exactly sure what they called there, but it is a turnover, and the ball belongs to Heights High. Bringing it down the floor is Kayana Stanley, number 0. She's got it again, puts up a 3, short, rebounded there by Walker. And now we have a whistle and a foul on the play. Be a common foul. Ball will be inbounded from underneath the basket. And just like that, Walker puts it up, misses it, gets her own rebound, misses again, gets her rebound for the 3rd time, dishes it off. Here's a 3 ball off the heel, no good. And Jones, nice job. Macy James steals that one for Northwest, and here come the Grizzlies back. Each team with 4 timeouts remaining here in the contest. The possession arrow is pointing the way of Northwest. There's a turnover. Ball goes out of bounds. Off the hands that time of Isis Sanders. Now the referees will confer. Now they give it to Northwest. So last person to touch it. That information has been changed. Grizzlies with it. Daisha passes it off. Macy James into the paint. She's fouled. Grizzlies will get it underneath the basket. 5:16 remaining, third quarter. 39-13. Grizzlies trail. And Macy James has it again. She pulls it out. Dishes it off to Sanders, who puts up a 3. And it's good. 3 ball from Isis Sanders. 39-16 now. Stanley brings it up for Heights. And Stanley will take an uncontested three and cans it. 42-16, Grizzlies trail. 4:45 remaining, third quarter. Heights has totally dominated this game since the opening gun. Sanders drives to the basket, puts it up, she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair. That's the second team foul on Heights. The foul's charged to Taylor Jamison, and that's her second personal. First one is good from Isis Sanders. We don't have any individual stats on the girls team, as we were not here when the game started. Sanders makes them both. 42-18 now. Stanley brings it up the floor for the Falcons. Here's a long three off the rim, no good by Jamison. Rebounded there by Macy James, and she'll bring it part way up and then dishes it up forward to Daisha. Sends it across to Isis Sanders, back to Daisha. Daisha, top of the key, gives it to James. James pulls it out. She pulls it all the way out, give her team a chance to reset here. No shot clock in high school basketball in the state of Kansas. James in the paint, dishes it off now, and gets it right back from Shelby. And we have a foul called away from the ball. Foul is called on Walker. That's her second, third team foul. 3:36 in the third remaining, 42-18. And a timeout has been taken now by Wichita Northwest. This webcast is a student-driven production by the interactive media class here at Wichita Northwest High School. Spearheaded by instructor Shane Monroe, these students are being given the opportunity to experience firsthand the challenges and the pitfalls of live television production. This event is indeed an extension of the classroom for these kids, and as such, there will be times during the program tonight where you may hear me giving instruction to these kids as they perform their duties. This is not ESPN, nor do we claim it to be. Of course, we'll do everything we can not to take away from the enjoyment of the contest tonight, and we hope that you enjoy the program here this evening. We have an all-rookie crew, 4 freshmen on our crew tonight, working their first game, and so far, it looks like they've done a pretty decent job. They got everything set up. We were ready to go on time. And that in itself is important. We got Xander Layton, Beautiful Jones, Rena Ford, and Colin Taiwan, I believe it's pronounced, as our crew tonight. And there's a 3-ball from Lanaya Randall, making it 45-18 with 3 minutes even to go here in the third. Macy James puts it up off the heel, no good. Rebounded there by Randall. Randall sends a long one down to Jamison. And now here's a 3 from the other side. Rims in and out, no good. Rebounded by Isis Sanders. And the Grizzlies will come back. And we have a whistle. And a timeout taken by Northwest. They were about to lose possession on the ball. Going to be a held ball. They didn't want to give it up. Grizzlies call timeout with 2:26 remaining, trailing 45-18. Grizzlies now have 2 timeouts remaining in the contest here tonight. We want to express our appreciation to Athletic Director Lance Deckinger here at Northwest for his assistance and cooperation in helping get this webcast put together. He helped these kids get everything together and get it up here. We are actually, as you can tell, we are above the court. If you've never been in this gym before, there is a track that runs the perimeter of the gymnasium. And then between the track and the floor are the seats. We are on the visitor side. We are directly behind the Northwest bench. On the visitor side in the corner, and we actually do our work from the track. And it gives you the best view of the game. The camera is literally at dead center on the track. Isis Sanders with it, dishes it off to Macy James. No subs since the start of the third quarter for Northwest. The same 5 are in there. And we have a foul called on Heights. That'll be on Lanaya Randall, her 4th. Common foul. Grizzlies will inbound in front of their own bench. 2:02 remaining, 45-18. Grizzlies trail. Macy James with it. On the floor with Macy James, Isis Sanders, number 23. Daisha, number 32. Tariah Franklin, 33. And 34 is Taylee Hatton. And block on it, taken away by Heights, and here they come. Into the paint, up and in and out, no good. Now we have a pushing foul against Heights, and it will turn the ball over to Northwest. I actually invited our production crew, if either any of the 4 would like to take their try at putting on the headset, they are welcome to do so. Nobody took me up on it yet, but I'm hopeful. I think one of the 4 in particular would do very, very well. There's the steal by Jamison. Pass and in on the lay-in by Conley. 47-18, 1:11 remaining, third quarter. And there's up and in. Taria Franklin gets a 2-pointer for the Grizzlies. Getting them up to 20. Less than a minute to go now in the third. In and out, rebound, and a foul. And it looks like we're going to be shooting free throws here. That's only the second team foul on the Grizzlies this half. Fouls charged to Taria Franklin. That's her 4th. So she likely will be coming out here. Taking the free throw and missing it is Ashton Conley. She'll get one more. And as I predicted, Franklin comes out into the game. Anna Molina, number 42, a 6'1" sophomore for the Grizzlies. She is on my program as a forward. Conley makes 1 out of 2, 48-20, 45 seconds to go. And we have a foul away from the ball on somebody. Who's it on? It's on Jamison. her third foul, 16th foul of the half for the Falcons. So the Grizzlies will be in the bonus the rest of the game. They're going to need it. And they finally get it inbounded. Macy James with it. She'll bring it across the timeline. We'll see if they play it for one or just continue. Hard pressure. Now she pulls it back out. Into the paint. Blocked. Up and off the heel. No good. Rebounded by Walker. All the way down and an easy lay-in by Conley. And down we go here. There's a foul called. Two minutes for tripping. Sends Macy James to the line, shooting a 1-and-1 here. The foul is on Taylor Jamison. It's her fourth. So they have a couple in foul trouble. And she missed. It'll be a inbound full play here with 6.5 seconds remaining in the third. Now I'm going to have a quick substitution here. Coming in for the Grizzlies, Shelby, and Macy James will take a seat. And the rolling play to work some clock. Now they get it into the paint. She goes, wow, coast to coast. Tiana Stanley, and at the end of 3 periods of play here at Northwest High, the Heights Falcons all over your Northwest Grizzlies, 52-20. Kind of a light crowd here at Northwest for the girls contest. It is a school night, and the weather in Wichita is not very good. This has been, for those of you who are out of town, I know there's a lot of you from out of town watching tonight. Super Bowl Sunday, 2 days ago, it was warmer in Wichita than it was in Miami during the game. We had a high here of 76 degrees, which was a record, on Sunday. By last night, we had freezing rain. It is currently snowing outside. The temperature is in the upper 20s. It's supposed to really tank tonight and tomorrow, and we're supposed to have several inches of snow during the day tomorrow. So winter has definitely returned to Wichita after our spring teaser over the weekend. Saturday was pretty nice, too. It was like 60 on Saturday. And then everything ballooned up to 76. And unlike what normally happens in Wichita when we have a real warm day in the wintertime, it was not windy. It was a beautiful day. I actually watched the Super Bowl outdoors this year for the first time. Isis Sanders has her shot blocked, and she was fouled in the process, so she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Clock running with 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter, 52-20 the score. This has become a mercy rule game, and the mercy rule in Kansas high school athletics is that if either team is leading by 30 or more after the third quarter, the fourth quarter is a running clock. So the clock now will not stop unless either team calls a timeout. Grizzlies make a substitution here as Tyria Franklin comes back in and Molina comes back out. Second free throw is good. 52-22. Grizzlies down by 30. And it doesn't matter. If they get it inside 30, the clock will still run. Once it's a mercy game, it's a mercy game the rest of the way. There's a three-pointer short and rebounded there by Conley. Ball's put up, loose on the floor, put up again. Count the basket by Randall and a foul. She'll go to the line shooting one. The Northwest Pep Band is getting themselves situated, ready to play here in between games, and we will let you listen to some of that. We don't want you to miss out on that. In fact, I'm going to adjust my mic here to pick up the band playing. There we go. Get that back up there. And now Heights is going to make a line change. They are changing all 5 players with 5 minutes to go to give the others on their team some playing time. And they actually have people in the game who are not on my program. Number 3 inbounding the ball, not on my program. Number 12 is not on my program. So we're going to give up on the names for Heights. As they pass it around here. Working some clock. There's a long 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Macy James. Here come the Grizzlies back, trying to make the game respectable here. And a nice lay-in. Reverse layup by Isis Sanders to cut the lead back to 30 with exactly 5 minutes remaining. Ball's out of bounds. It will stay with the Falcons. And it comes. And again, we don't know who's on the floor. Literally, only one of the players on the floor is on my program. Ball goes out of bounds. It will turn over to Northwest. And down we come. And a nice lay-in off the pass by Terria Franklin. Nice job, Terria Franklin. Heights under the basket, wide open down there. Rims in and out, rebounded by Heights. And a foul, that's going to be on Macy James, I believe. Well, it shows you what I know. It's on Terria Franklin, and she has now disqualified on fouls as that's number 5 on her. Going in to take her place is Taylor Kilpatrick, number 40, a 6'5" freshman center. First one by Dacia Fanning is good. And the second one rims off and no good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies and now stolen back by Heights. Loose ball just thrown up there for grabs. Now we have a pushing foul called on Northwest. It'll be a 2-shot foul. That one is on Macy James. That's her 4th foul. And going to the line is Maria Gark. First one's up and good. Nothing but net. 56-26, 2:45 and counting. Gark will put up her second. And she makes them both. Largest lead of the night for the Falcons, 31 points. Isis Sanders couldn't make hers go, and the ball is intercepted very nicely that time by the Falcons. A long pass down. And Macy James comes away with it. I'm not sure what happened there, but Isis Sanders with it under the basket, puts it up, nothing but net. And now we have a whistle, and a timeout has been taken by Northwest. That will stop the clock with a 1:58 to go. Grizzlies down 57-28. Grizzlies only have 5 team fouls in this half, so the Falcons are not even in the bonus yet. Falcons with 8. cheerleaders doing their thing. That's the Heights cheerleaders that you hear as it is their turn to cheer. This was a full timeout being taken by Dietrich Sanders, the head coach of the Grizzlies. He's assisted by Tom Allen and Barry Glover. And the student managers are Olivia Logan, Sarah Sykes, Isabella Sturdivant, and Antonia Zapata. And I haven't laid my eyes on her, but somewhere in this building is Robin Cato, our head athletic trainer, and she is the best. Back underway here, Heights with the ball. A little sloppy play here, but Heights keeps on with it. Now here's a shot, in and good. That's shot that time by Maria Gark. 59-28. 1:30 to go. Underneath an easy, oh, she missed it. Dacia had an easy lay-in and couldn't make it go. And it looks like Northwest is going to take their final timeout here.
30-second timeout, Grizzlies.
It is their final timeout. 1:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 59-28 the score. The possession arrow is pointing to Heights, and the Grizzlies with 5 team fouls. Falcons with 8, and there's your game reset. The outcome is already obvious. It's just a matter of what will the final score be. Grizzlies have played hard here tonight. Northwest will inbound with 1:20 to go. And a quick shot taken and missed, that time by Molina. Ball comes away to Heights. And look at that, a basket and a foul. Grizzlies didn't have bad luck in this one. They wouldn't have had any. The foul is on Shelby. That's her first. Honesty Kitchen is going to shoot one here. And it's good. 62-28, 40 seconds to go. Taken away by Heights. Grizzlies get it back. Now the Heights gets it back, and a long shot misses. The rebound good. Now we have an injury timeout. Honesty Kitchen went down hard on that play, and they stopped the clock to get her off the court with 8 seconds to go. Nope, she's going to stay in there. She just went down real hard, came up limping. And now they're going to sub her out, which is the right thing to do. Ashton Conley comes back in. Honesty Kitchen comes out. And this will be the last play of the game. It's up and no good, and that'll do it. Final score of the girls' contest. Falcons 64, Grizzlies 28. In a game, like I said, that was all Falcons from the start. be it for me to interrupt the fight song as the boys team has taken the court for their pregame warm-ups. Well, you know, as we do this, most of the time my interview guests, either between games or at halftime, are people who I see who are here or who I've asked to be here. And I have the latter situation right now, and that person is not here. So we will keep it right here, and we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll let you listen to the band when the band starts in playing. Grizzly boys come into this game with a record of 5-8, and a nearly identical mark for Heights. They're 5-9 on the season. Grizzlies are 2-3 at home. They've won their 3-4 away, and they've lost their only neutral court game. That was the game at Wichita State earlier this year against, I believe it was Mays. They lost that game as well. Give you some of the scores of games so far this year played by the Grizzlies. The game we webcast on December 6th, 2 months ago, they lost that one to Capen 63-53. Then they went to Mays. No, the Mays came here and beat us 70-67. That was a barn burner. And in our third game, we beat North 72-40. Then we traveled down to South High, lost that one 61-59. Went to Southeast and beat the Buffaloes 72-61. Bishop Carroll, who is undefeated this year, came in here and beat us 68-33. They just slobber-knockered us. And then we lost a game to Topeka West in overtime in the Topeka Invitational Tournament. That was our tournament week. We lost that one in overtime, 56-50, and then the next day lost to Highland Park, 58-42, and that's it. That's what we've done so far this year. And we are currently, the Grizzlies are in 6th place in the City League out of 9 teams with their 5-8 record. Bishop Carroll, 14-0 in first. Cape and Mount Carmel, 10-4. They're in second. Southeast is in third at 8-5, and those are the only 3 teams above 500. Wichita East is at 7-7. South is at 6-8. We're at 5-8. Heights is 5-9. West is 4-10, and North High bottoms it out at 1-13. We're going to let you listen to the band for a few minutes. you just joined us, folks, we are in between games here where the boys are warming up. They have 13:30 to go in their warm-up period. And the pep band is entertaining the troops here. And we're going to let them do the same with you here as soon as they start playing again. I will get off. If you just joined us, my name is Kevin Arkin. Glad to be with you on this webcast wherever you are on planet Earth watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on the delayed podcast. We are glad to have you on board. And we welcome you again. Want to take a moment here to extend a hearty Grizzly welcome to any of our friends from the Wichita Heights community who are tuned into tonight's webcast. We're glad to have you on board. We hope you enjoy the game, and I hope you recognize that it's being delivered tonight with a slightly Northwest flavor. Got some out-of-town shout-outs I want to send out here. I'm going to do them all now here so I don't forget later. Want to welcome Darwin Skrinecki, who's recovering from an ailment, and his lovely wife, Diana. They are in Chicago watching us on the web tonight. Also, Scott Simon, who's checking out the Grizzlies from beautiful downtown Las Vegas. And they're also watching from Chesterfield, Missouri, outside of St. Louis. And we welcome Jack and Ann Quaid to the webcast tonight. The Scarborough crew, Mark, Betty, and Kelly, are joining us from Kansas City, actually Overland Park, as is my old friend Mark Carney, the former athletic director at Cape and Mount Carmel. He and his lovely wife Judy now live in Lenexa, Kansas, and they're watching also tonight on the World Wide Web. And from Carbondale, Illinois, Mark St. George and Jordan Wren have joined us from the land of the let me try that one again. They've joined us from the land of the Salukis tonight, and we welcome both of you as well to our webcast here this evening. I will again mention that tonight's webcast is a student-driven production by the Interactive Media class here at Wichita Northwest High School. Spearheaded by instructor Shane Monroe, these students are being given the opportunity to experience firsthand the challenges and the pitfalls of live television production. This event is indeed an extension of the classroom for these kids, and as such, there will be time during the program tonight, and you may have already heard it, where you hear me giving instruction to the students as they perform their duties. This is not ESPN, nor do we claim it to be. This is a learning experience for the kids. Of course, we're going to do everything we can not to take away from the enjoyment of the contest tonight, and we hope you enjoy our program here this evening. We have an all-rookie crew tonight, 4 freshmen, and they include Colin T. Dundrill, Raina Ford, Beautiful Jones, and Xander Layton. That's our production crew here tonight, and I met all 4 of these kids literally for the first time 45 minutes ago. So I haven't had much of a chance to visit, and the young man sitting next to me, who's going to, among other things, keep stats. I don't even know which one of these 4 you are. Is it Xander? Xander Layton is your statistician tonight, folks. He's going to keep track of all the numbers. We're hoping to have Coach Berbieska, the head soccer coach, as our halftime guest tonight. He committed to being a definite maybe. He'll either be here or he won't. But we're hoping to have him here at halftime. We're going to turn it back over to the band. We have a pretty innovative bunch here. Just so you know, the production crew and I are about 50 feet apart. They're further down in the track. I'm in the corner of the gym. They're in the middle with all the production stuff, and I'm using my cell phone, literally using my cell phone as the monitor. And I just noticed that they've figured out how to get the scoreboard up. They did not know how to do that when they got here. So Shane Monroe, they get an A. getting ready for the opening tip here at Wichita Northwest. The lineups again: Frierson, number 1, Ziegler, number 5, Payne, number 14, Norris, number 22, 44, Amarian Wilkins for Heights High. Wilkins and Stewart will go for the opening tip here, and we are about set to go. Grizzlies in their home whites, Heights in their black uniforms with night numerals. Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the first period of play. A quick look at a 3 for Frierson, and he passes it off, and there's one. 3-point basket that time by Alex Norris, and the Grizzlies take a quick deficit, 3-0. Easton Ruffin brings it up the floor. Gets it back from Wilson. Back to Wilson again. Faked it to Stewart, sends it all the way across to Verbeck. Back to Ruffin. Ruffin drives the paint, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded that time by Wilkins for Heights, and here come the Falcons back. Just underway, 1 minute gone, first period. Grizzlies down 3-0. Ziegler with it, dishes it off to Frierson. Back to Ziegler. Ziegler goes down, Ruffin can't get to it, nice try. Gets up, puts it up, no good. Rebound that time by Wilson. They're calling a call, a held ball. And on the alternating possession, the ball will go to Northwest. Alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports. Easton Ruffin brings it across the timeline now with a little help from David Duncan. Verbeck has it. Verbeck sends it on the far side to Wilson, who puts it up off the rim, no good. And a rebound there by Alex Norris. Here comes Heights back. Heights scored on their first possession. Since then, 3 misses total by the two teams. Up and in and out, no good. Loose ball, rebounded there by Norris. Norris dishes it back off to Frierson. Frierson gives it to Lamont Payne. Payne with it, pulls it out. Has Verbeck on him. Sends it back to Ziegler. Ziegler drives to the foul line, puts it up short. Rebounded by Ruffin. Here come the Grizzlies back. Under the basket, into the paint. Stewart couldn't control it. It goes onto the baseline, and it will be a turnover for the Grizzlies. Heights will inbound. Alex Norris will do the chore with an assist from Lamont Payne. 5:42 remaining, first period, 3-0 Heights. Glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth. Verbeck gets a piece of it. Heights continues to control it, and Norris puts it up for 2. And it's 5-0 Grizzlies. I'm saying 5-0 Falcons, excuse me. Ruffin brings it back down. Duncan dishes it off to Wilson. On the far side now to Verbeck. Verbeck drives, gives it back to Wilson, top of the key. Around the horn it goes. Easton Ruffin puts up a 3. It's short and rebounded by Alex Norris. Here comes Heights back with it. Payne has it for the Falcons. Easton Ruffin on him. He drives, puts it up off the glass, and good. And there's going to be a quick timeout here called by the Grizzlies. They'll take a 30-second timeout here, trailing 7-0 with 4:45 remaining here in the first. 5 points for Alex Norris so far. And the other 2 for Lamont Payne, and that's it for scoring. Grizzlies have to get that Schneider off the board. Xander Layton's our statistician, and I'll bet if I turn to him right now and ask him what a Schneider is, I'll bet he can't tell me. Huh? Yeah, Schneider. Ever heard that? It's a gin rummy term. If you're being shut out in gin rummy, you're being Schneidered. So the Schneider is on the board. The classroom never ends here. Xander can go home tonight and say he learned something. Not very useful, but it is something. And we have a foul called. And it looks like it's going to be an offensive foul on Ruffin. It's David Duncan charged with the foul. It's his first. It was a blocking foul they called. First foul of the game for either team. 4:30 to go, 7-0, Grizzlies trail. With the ball, putting it up, off the rim, no good. Rebounded that time by Wilson. Wilson will bring it across the timeline himself. Dishes it off to David Duncan, number 5. Duncan trying to decide what to do, drives it up, puts it up, misses, and the rebound that time to A.J. Neal, who came into the game for Heights wearing number 10. He dishes it to Payne. Payne back to Neal. Neal for 3, off the rim, no good. And a foul called. What do we have here? I think it's a foul on the rebound. And we're going to have a substitution here for Northwest. Coming into the game, Ethan Garrett, number 13. He will replace David Duncan. And the aforementioned Ethan Garrett with the ball. Dishes it off now to Wilson. Back to Garrett. Also in the game for Northwest, DeMarcus Hoover. He came in for Easton Ruffin when we weren't paying attention. Here's a steal by Heights. And an easy lay-in that time for Broxton Frierson. And it's 9-0, and the Grizzlies are in a huge hole. Grizzlies beat this team at their place, I believe. And finally, the Schneider is off the board, thanks to DeAndre Wilson, number 4. I'm looking this up as we speak, but I am positive. No, we have not played them. We have not, well, did we play them? I thought we did. Well, I don't see a Heights score here, so evidently we did not. Or I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That might be part of the problem. We played Heights and no score on my sheet. And we have a whistle. 3 minutes to go, 9-2, Falcons. Foul is they haven't put the foul up. I don't know who got charged. Who got charged with the foul? Wilson. DeAndre Wilson charged with a foul. That's his first, I believe. A long one misses as it rims out. Rebounded there by Alex Norris, and here comes Heights back with it. Frierson under the basket to Norris. He puts it up, and it's good. Count the basket and a foul. Wow. Foul is on Ethan Garrett. That's his first. Verbeck comes out, as does Wilson. We'll reset the lineup here for you in just a moment. First, Alex Norris will go to the line and shoot 1. Getting the three-pointer the old-fashioned way, maybe. No, it's short, rebounded by David Duncan. On the floor with Duncan is Hoover, number 1, who just put it up and had it blocked. Easton Ruffin, number 2. Ethan Garrett, number 13. And DeMontre Stewart, number 30. That's the 5 on the floor for your Grizzlies. Frierson puts it up short, rebounded there by Harrison. He puts it up and it's missing. And David Duncan gets the rebound, and here come the Grizzlies back. Over to Duncan. He thought about a 3, decides to drive, puts it up one-handed, misses. Stewart gets the rebound, and now we have a travel. I don't know if that travel was on Stewart because he was shuffling his feet, or if it was on Easton Ruffin because he was moving when he caught the ball. But either way, it's a turnover. 1:55 remaining. First period, 11-2, the Grizzlies trail Heights Falcons. Norris with it for Heights. Dishes it off to Frierson. And around the horn, they're going to go. Ziegler had it. Now he has it again. Tyron Miller passed it back to him, number 11, who came in. Alex Norris, top of the key, dishes it away. Here's a three-pointer missing everything. And a nice save. Nope, he stepped out of bounds. It'll belong to Northwest either way. We were going to get it either way. Hoover will inbound to David Duncan. 1:23 remaining, first period. Easton Ruffin with it, dishes it off, far side to Hoover. Hoover drives, puts it up, and no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. And here comes Heights back with it. Frierson has it. David Duncan all over him. He gets around him, loses the ball. Nice play by DeMontre Stewart to get that ball. And here comes Northwest back. Garrett dishes it into Stewart, puts it up and good. Great assist by Ethan Garrett, and a way to finish. 11-4 now, with 40 seconds remaining in the first. And just like that, Frierson sinks a two-pointer. And it's 13-4. .25 seconds remaining, first period. And the Grizzlies will play for the last shot as Duncan is waiting for the clock to wind down. Dishes it off now to Easton Ruffin. 9 seconds to go and a whistle. And they're calling for maintenance. Evidently there's some moisture on the floor under the basket. So the Grizzlies get a free timeout. 8.9 remaining in the first quarter. 13-4, Grizzlies trail here at Northwest, at home to Heights. Doing all right? Attaboy. I don't know where Mr. Monroe comes up with these kids, but he gets a quality crew in here every game we have. Tonight is no exception. These kids have it together. So if you're listening, Mr. Monroe, give him an A. There evidently is a problem that we don't know about. Principal Eric Hofer Holdeman is now standing under the basket. It's more than water, or we wouldn't be here this long. There is a problem. Don't know what it could be. Uh-oh. We good? Our executive producer just stopped by, needing some power for a piece of her equipment. That would be Raina Ford. Do you have any idea what's going on down there? Athletic director Lance Deckinger got involved. Maintenance is down there. Now it looks like we're ready to play again. I don't know if it was blood or what, but there was something under the basket. Might have been mucus, it could have been anything. But it was something other than perspiration, I can tell you that. 7 to go here. Grizzlies with the ball, trying to get the last points. It's up and good! Big three-point basket that time by Dalen Faulkner. And that's how the period ends. At the end of one, Grizzlies trail 13-7. quarter scoring summary here for you. For Heights, Frierson has 2, Payne has 2, Norris has 7. And the unknown bowler has a pair. For the Grizzlies, Wilson with 2, Garrett with 2, Faulkner with, Faulkner has 3. That was a 3 he put in. And that's the scoring wrap-up. When there's not a lot of points, it doesn't take long to add them up. Grizzlies are still in it, only trailing by 6. They have 3 team fouls in the first period, whereas the Falcons only have 1. And the Falcons will inbound. The possession arrow will switch over to the Grizzlies. Alex Norris with the ball. Dishes it off this time to Payne, and a whistle. And evidently we have a foul away from the ball. Looks like it's on Ruffin. It is. It's his first. That's the team's 4th foul. Common foul. The ball is inbounded. Frierson has it for Heights High. Lamont Payne now. Grizzlies playing pretty much man-to-man here. Alex Norris, who has 7 points. Wilkins gives it over to Ziegler. Back to Frierson. They're looking for a hole. That's what they're looking for. Payne with it, gives it to Alex Norris. Now back to Wilkins. They're doing a great job of passing, and now is a 3-point try off the heel, no good by Ziegler. Rebounded by Frierson. We'll do this all over again, I'm sure. Ziegler pulls it out. Now he starts to drive in, and a foul called on, I think. Well, or is it just a turnover? There's some kind of a turnover, no foul called. It will be Grizzly ball. Duncan will inbound to Ruffin. And Ruffin, top of the key with it. Around the horn it goes. Verbeck back to Ruffin. Ruffin puts up a 3 off the front, no good. Rebounded by Alex Norris. Here comes Heights back. 6:23 to go, second quarter. 13-7, Grizzlies trail. And we have a blocking foul, no shot there. Foul is going to be on, I believe it's on Faulkner. It is, that's his first. Team's 5th. And Alex Norris will inbound for Heights underneath his own basket with 6:19 remaining. And a bad pass, Faulkner gets it. Lost it, Duncan got it, lays it in. David Duncan gets a 2-pointer. And the Grizzlies are back within 4. They trailed by as many as 9 early in the contest. Ziegler, and now a 3-pointer off the heel, no good that time by Payne. And the Grizzlies get it back, nice job by Faulkner. Easton Ruffin brings it upfield. Here's a 3-pointer by Duncan, good! And it's 13-12, 5:35 remaining, and the Grizzlies have turned on the heat. Norris in the paint, puts it up, off the rim, no good. All of a sudden, Heights has gone cold. Here's a lay-in chance for Ruffin. Grizzlies take the lead. 14-13. They've had a 14-4 run since they were down 9-0. Payne with it. Up again, over Duncan, puts it in, and the lead switches back on the basket by Payne. Around the horn, Wilson with it. For Northwest. Braden Verbeck to Duncan. Underneath, Verbeck couldn't get it to go, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Marion Wilkins guilty of the foul. It's his second foul. And it's the only two team fouls that the Heights have got. They're both on the same player. Verbeck's ball is, oh my God, I thought it was going to hang up there on the rim. It finally fell through and we're tied. Verbeck will have his second opportunity here to give the lead back to Northwest. Off the rim, no good. We're tied. Norris with the ball. Gives it to Payne. Payne will bring it across the timeline. 4:23 remaining, second period. Payne with Ruffin on him now. Duncan takes over. A.J. Neal back in the game for the Falcons, number 10. Norris for three. Off the front, no good. Rebounded there by Payne. Payne puts it up and in. Payne gives the lead back to the Falcons. Exactly 4 minutes to go, 17-15. A timeout has been taken, I believe, by Heights. It has been. So each team with 4 timeouts remaining here. Our next game is at North on Friday night. We will not be broadcasting that game. Next Tuesday, we're at Carroll, and I'm hoping to be able to do that one for you. Carroll undefeated at City League, and they're undefeated on the season, 14-0. We have Carroll next Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you that's our next webcast. I'm going to assume we can get some kids over there to help us out. Carroll is a great place to do a game from as well. Easton Ruffin brings it up. Faked it, put it up, missed it. Rebound tapped by Goodwin. He couldn't make it go either. Pierce Goodwin came in, number 20, during the timeout. Hoover is also back in, number 1. Payne puts it up short. Rebound to Goodwin. Goodwin sends it over here to Wilson. Wilson back over to Verbeck. Verbeck dishes one to Easton Ruffin for three, and it's good! Grizzlies lead, 18-17. 3:20 remaining. Heights brings it up the floor. Round the horn it goes. Frierson had it. Payne for three. In and out, no good. Here comes Ruffin with it. Wilson for three. Off the heel, no good. And we have a foul called. That'll be a blocking foul on Wilson. And it will send Frierson to the line to shoot a pair. 2:45 remaining. Grizzlies lead 18-17. It's Wilson's first foul. Frierson puts it up, in and out, no good. Again, we're hoping to have Bobby Bribieska on at halftime. I have not seen him. I don't know if he's in the building. He missed them both. And the Grizzlies keep the lead. There's a long one for three, in and out, good! It bounced back through and we're lead by 4. Who was that? Verbeck. That part of the floor is screened from my view. Verbeck got the three. Grizzlies just got the ball back on a turnover. Verbeck drives this time and He's fouled. The foul is on Tyron Miller, who is in the game for Heights High. Grizzlies quickly inbounded. Easton Ruffin with it. Sent it over to Verbeck. He couldn't control it. Lost the handle. Turns it over. 2:08 remaining. Grizzlies 21-17 over the Falcons. Hard to believe we trailed 9-0 in the first quarter. We have a blocking foul called against Northwest. Not exactly sure who the guilty party is. It may be Duncan. Like I said, it's on Wilson. And that's his second personal. It'll send Payne to the line to shoot a pair. First one is good. Payne's second shot now. He made them both. Grizzlies' lead is cut to 2. 21-19, 1:55 to go. Easton Ruffin brings it across the timeline. Duncan in the corner to Braden Verbeck. Ruffin for 3 off the rim, no good. Ruffin gets his own rebound, and what an alert play. Throws it off the carcass of a Heights player so that the Grizzlies maintain possession. Duncan with it on the inbound. Minute and a half to go. And Easton Ruffin did it again. Bounced it off of Payne's leg. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with Northwest. 1:23 to go now. Heights is in the bonus, by the way. The Grizzlies committed their 7th foul last time. Easton Ruffin's going to take a breather, and Ethan Garrett will take his place, number 13. Stewart puts it up. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound by Heights. Frierson in the paint, coast to coast, puts it up, no good. Loose ball on the rebound, belongs to Northwest. Inbounds, and here we go again. Frierson, top of the key. Guarded by Hoover there, almost fouled him. Neal, back to Frierson. Hoover's all over Frierson. And Frierson puts it in, and we're tied, 21 all, with 45 to go. Duncan has decided they're going to play for the last shot. And our halftime guest is making his way up here. 25 seconds to go. Hoover to Duncan. Duncan to Verbeck. Hoover back again to Verbeck. 9 seconds to go. Verbeck drives, dishes it off. Garrett thought about it, now back to Duncan. Duncan puts up a long one, way too long, and we're gonna go into halftime tied, folks. At the end of 2, Grizzlies 21, Falcons 21. Would you go down and ask them to put the camera on the dancers, and when the dancers are done, to Welcome to live TV, folks. Sorry about the excess noise here. We're moving a headset around to our halftime guest. Why don't you stand right there and I'll stand back here next to you. How about that? Want to slip that on? Turn it around there, Bobby. There we go. I'm going to move this down.
Can you hear me?
The camera is down the hall here, so you're actually going to face away from me and face those kids down there, because they're going to put it on us as soon as the dancers are done. But we're going to talk while the dancers are dancing. Our halftime guest, folks, having a problem with his headset. Our halftime guest is the head coach of the Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer program, going into his 41st year. Head coach Bobby Brybieska. Coach, welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's been a busy winter. It's hard to believe that winter is almost over because you're already working with the girls.
Well, March 2nd is the first day of spring sports, so everybody who wants to play well better be conditioning right now.
And how many kids do you have going out do you expect this year?
Well, I expect to have 3 teams this year, A, B, and a C, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got some good girls conditioning right now. It's looking really good.
You had you got some seniors coming back, some senior leadership there. Who do you got coming back as seniors this year?
I believe on paper I got anywhere from 10 to 12 seniors.
Oh my goodness.
But I've got a good group of girls who are, the team chemistry right now and conditioning is very good. And I hate to name anyone because I might miss somebody. But
that probably would be a good idea.
Yeah, I do know this, that our senior nucleus is very good.
The screaming got me for a second. Now you're going to look this way because the camera is on us. Okay. It sure is. So the boys season, unless you win it all, it doesn't end the way you want it to because it always ends on a loss. But the boys struggled this year, but they came on at the end.
Well, I think yes, we did. We played well toward the end. I think the group that's coming back is coming back with a lot of experience. And yes, we didn't play well last season, but at the same time, our record did not indicate the type of team we had. But the guys coming back, they're going to be good.
And of course, we talked about it during numerous webcasts and during numerous pregame interviews. You always play a tough schedule.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. If you're going to get good, you got to play good teams. And early in the year, we do have, like Derby, always talk with the Derby, a very good team who's been to state the last few years. So yes, our record is good, but at the same time, those games, we got to start winning those games.
Not only do you have Derby, you also have, I'm going to do this. I'm going to back up a foot. Back up a little bit. There we go. Now we want people to see you.
Okay.
Not only do you have Derby on the schedule for the girls this year, Manhattan, they're always tough. They're coming in here to Eric Prophet, number 19 Soccer Complex. And we travel to Washburn Rural, and they're always in the state finals. It seems like they're always in the state finals.
Yeah, Washburn, I've been the last 6 years, I've been to the Final Four. And Manhattan is the same way. But we also have good teams around here. Bishop Carroll is one heck of a squad.
They are.
And then we play the Mays Eagles. East High is a contender. So our schedule is full with good teams.
And like you said, you're not gonna win state unless you play good teams during the year. Playing the nothing but a weak schedule and building up your record, that does you good in seeding, and then you get knocked out right away.
Yes. Perhaps a disadvantage of playing those good squads is if you don't start winning some of those games, and when it comes to playoffs, they go by the record. And so that's sometimes like last season, we kind of dug ourselves a hole. And so we have to always come up the hard way. But I'm looking forward to the girls. I think good squad, good leadership, And if we win those games during the season, then we have a good chance of making the playoffs.
I would be remiss if we didn't talk about something that goes actually beyond the season. But you're already working on next year's Eric Profit Memorial Golf Tournament. Tell us about that.
Well, we're excited about this year. The last few years we've been at Willow Bend, over there on Rock Road. But this year we're moving our tournament to Rolling Hills Country Club, which I think fits as well. We're a West Side school. A lot of our golfers are West Siders. This will be our 22nd annual golf tournament, July 13th, 2020. So I'm trying to get the West Side to come out now and help us on our fundraising.
As you mentioned, the advantage of Rolling Hills being that we are a West Side school. Do you anticipate that you're going to be able to draw more Northwest alumni to play in that tournament because it is on this side of town?
Well, not only that, not only is the Rolling Hills on the west side of town, it is the best. A golf course, a private golf course, for the guys who maybe are not accustomed to playing in a real manicured golf course. This is the time to come out, support Northwest, support our seniors who are going to get scholarships from this fundraiser. So I think, yes, I'd like to attract more people from the west side, and we can do that this year.
People can help. This is the bit. Well, let me back up a step. This is the major fundraiser for the soccer program every year. And people can help in two ways. They can help by playing, and they can help by sponsoring. Let's talk a little bit about the latter part of that.
Well, the sponsoring, we need sponsors right now. Our part of number one sponsor is Lisa Hamilton with Mel Hamilton. And then we picked up Aerotech with Tom Simon over there. So we do have some major sponsors, but we need more of that. If you've never played golf, it's okay. It's a fundraiser. It's a fun event. We're going to give you 4 hours of fun, and at the same time, you're helping a good cause.
And, you know, the fun part, it's a scramble. It's always a four-man scramble program, and the first thing on the rule sheet, par is your friend. You can never, there are no bogeys in this golf tournament, so, you know, not only is the scoring going to be good, but it also moves the game along quickly.
Right. I really like to challenge our alumni or anybody who attends Northwest in the past, whether you play soccer or not. This fundraiser really goes for Northwest High School. It goes for our seniors. We give them scholarships, and it goes for the upkeeping of our program. So yeah, everybody get involved, as little as a host sponsor. That's an easy way to get involved and get your name in the program. So let's go out there and support this fundraiser.
Okay, Bobby, great to have you. Well, you and I are going to be talking a lot here once soccer season starts, but
yes,
always glad to have you.
It's a good game.
This is a great game.
We're in the mix.
Tied at halftime.
Crowd. Yeah, got a good crowd, so let's hope we come out winners.
Let's do it. Let's go out and get the big W.
Yeah.
Head coach Bobby Brybieska, our guest here at halftime. And of course, you know, since our production crew is so far away, they don't know that I want them to turn the camera back this way. So you just got it. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate you being here, bud. All right. Bobby Brybieska in his 41st year coaching the Grizzly soccer program. A soccer legend, and I didn't mention it, but I will now. Bobby last April was inducted into the Wichita Sports Hall of Fame, very deservedly so for his lifetime of work with the soccer program, not only here at Northwest, but in Wichita. He is a coach. He's a former ref. As I did, he has retired from that activity. Always glad to have him up here. The Eric Profit Memorial Golf Tournament webpage is not up yet. When it comes up, I have promised Bobby to announce it during our webcast. It is actually being worked on as we speak. Should be up in a couple of weeks. Grizzlies get the ball to start the second half. They're playing right to left this time. Easton Ruffin with it, gives it to Verbeck, who puts up a three. Good! And the Grizzlies take the quick lead. Heights brings the ball back down the floor. Payne with it. Over there to Ziegler. Back over to Payne. Payne drives the paint, but Duncan's in front of him. And finally, Frierson puts up a three, and he cans it. We're tied again at 24. Just underway here in the third quarter. Verbeck for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Heights. Frierson will bring it down the floor for the Falcons. Top of the key. Ziegler puts it in. That's no basket. Offensive foul. It will belong to Northwest. And I'm sure that will be on Ziegler. It is. It's his first and the team's first here in the second half. We didn't get a chance to give you the points summaries in the first half here. If we have a timeout, I will sneak a peek over here at Xander's book, and we'll get that information for you. I can tell you that Alex Norris has a boatload of points. That's all I know for sure. Verbeck over to Duncan. On the far side to Wilson. Wilson now to Ruffin. Ruffin thought about putting it up, didn't. Verbeck drives, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound by Stewart. Loose ball goes out of bounds, and who does it belong to? Northwest. 6:23 remaining, 24-24 tie. Each team has a three-pointer in this second half. Ruffin with it. He thought about putting it up again. Around the horn it goes. Duncan has it. Top of the key. Now to Easton Ruffin. Ruffin. Senior dishes it off to Wilson. To Duncan. Back to Ruffin. Ruffin puts it up. Off the front. No good. Rebound to Stewart, and he puts it in. Count the basket and a foul call. DeMontre Stewart will go to the line and shoot one and try and get the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. And it's good. 27-24. Grizzlies lead, 6 minutes to go. Third quarter. Frierson to Payne. Now back on the far side to Tyron Miller, back to Payne again. And back to Frierson, they can't get it into the paint. Payne drives it, puts it up, no good. Frierson on the rebound, no good. Norris can't get the ball to go. And finally, Tyron Miller comes away with it. So every member on the team touched the ball on that play. Frierson to Payne. To Miller, back to Payne. Now it goes up, no good from Frierson. Rebound. Who got that rebound? That's Wilkins on the rebound, and he puts it in for two. Easton Ruffin with it. To Wilson. Wilson puts up an uncontested three, and it's good. 30-26, Grizzlies lead. Payne brings it down the floor for Heights High. Frierson back to Payne. Payne puts up a three, and it's good. And we got a timeout being taken, I believe, by Northwest. And we'll take it with them, and we'll quickly give you the summary of scoring in the first half, which we didn't have time to do. Frierson had 8 points for Payne. Norris had 7 for Heights High. for the Grizzlies. Ruffin with 5, Wilson with 2, Duncan with 6, Garrett with 2, and Faulkner with 3. Verbeck had 1, 2. He had 5, and that's the scoring. Great job. 4:28 remaining in the third period. Grizzlies lead 30-29. Grizzlies have no fouls yet in this quarter. Heights has a pair. Ruffin brings it down. Verbeck with it on the far side. To Duncan, to Wilson. And the only person I haven't mentioned is Stewart. That's your 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies. Ruffin drives to the paint, now dishes it off to Verbeck, and Verbeck throws it away. David Duncan comes out. DeMarcus Hoover comes in, number 1 for the Grizzlies. And here comes Heights High with it. 4 minutes to go, trailing by 1. There's a long 3 try, short, and Verbeck with a rebound. To Ruffin. Ruffin brings it up into the paint, turns around, dishes it back to Verbeck. 2-3 zone here by Heights High. And we have a foul called on Stewart, I believe. It is. It's Stewart's second foul of the contest. He will come out. Coming in to take his place, Pierce Goodwin, number 20. The 6'2" sophomore. Norris inbounds, and here comes Marcus Ziegler with it. Running it around Ruffin. Into the paint it goes. Payne loses it. Actually, it's taken away by Easton Ruffin. He goes coast to coast. Can't get the ball to go, and the follow is no good either. And Heights comes away with it. Opportunity gone that time for Northwest. Payne puts it up, and it rolls in and out, no good. But there for the putback is Desmond Harrison, number 23, and he gives the Falcons the lead. Verbeck. Hoover puts one up. In and out, no good. We didn't have bad luck here, we wouldn't have any, folks. Heights under the basket, missing. An easy lay-in by Harrison, misses. Rebounded, and here comes Verbeck with it. He gives it to Hoover. Hoover for 3, off the heel, no good. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Ziegler, so it'll stay with Northwest. Duncan comes back in. He substitutes for Wilson. Wilkins comes back in for Heights. He will substitute for Harrison. And now we're set again. Ruffin over here to Duncan on the near side. Back to Ruffin. Thought about it, had the ball picked. Pierce Goodwin picks up a loose ball and pounds it home. Grizzlies take the lead. Payne with it into the paint. Now he dishes it out to Frierson. He misses. And the rebound by Hoover. He sends it down to Verbeck, trying to get a breakaway basket, but that didn't work out. Grizzlies still maintain it. Three-pointer by Ruffin. Good! And the Grizzlies lead by 4 again. 35-31 Grizzlies. 1:20 to go. Third quarter. Payne with it. And out top of the key, it comes to A.J. Neal. Neal back to Payne. Into the paint. Neal got himself in there all alone, couldn't make it go. Loose ball on the floor, Ruffin with it, and they're gonna call a jump ball, and it will go on the alternating possession to the Heights Falcons, so Heights will inbound it. I've already made my commentary about the dumbest rule in all of sports, so I will not say any more about it. Will you get me my briefcase? It's right down there next to you. I'm about to lose my phone here. Harrison gets the basket. It's tied up again, 35 all now. David Duncan holding it for the last shot of the quarter. Hoping to give the Grizzlies the lead going into the fourth quarter. It's up, no good. And out of bounds it goes, and that's it. We are tied after three, 35-35. Can I borrow that? It's 21 all at half, 35 all. And what was the score at the end of the first quarter? Huh? You remember? Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It was 13 to 4 at the end of the first quarter. So we've come back to tie it, folks. Going into the fourth quarter, the last 8-minute stanza, Grizzlies need to keep playing like they've been playing, and they will be just fine. Grizzlies' next game is Friday night at North. And our next webcast, I hope, is next Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, at Bishop Carroll. Check nwhsgrizz.com for more information on that. Grizzlies will inbound to start the fourth quarter. Verbeck inbounds to Ethan Garrett. Pierce Goodwin also on the floor, number 20. DeAndre Wilson, number 4. And Braden Verbeck, number 24. And I think I got everybody. Oh, no, I missed David Duncan, number 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies. Wilson gets the rebound off the miss by Heights. Brings it down himself into the corner for Garrett. Garrett, around the horn it goes. Verbeck for 3. Good! And the Grizzlies take the lead. 38-35. 7:15 to go in the fourth. Around the horn it goes. Payne with it. And we have a foul called. I don't know who's it on. It's on Goodwin. That's his first foul of the night. And the second team foul, each team with 2 now. Not a lot of fouling in this game. Payne, and a long 3, in and out, no good, rebounded by Wilson. A.J. Neal was the shooter of the last on that miss. And we have a foul called before the shot. Grizzlies will get the ball on the inbound. The foul's on A.J. Neal. That's his first foul of the game. Third team foul. Verbeck for three, short, and rebound. A good one, couldn't handle it. Norris with it on the far side. Gives it to Payne, top of the key, being guarded by Garrett. And a steal, or bad pass actually. Verbeck with it for Northwest to Wilson. Wilson into the paint, spins, moves, puts it up, good! Reverse layup is good by Wilson, and it's a 5-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for the Grizzlies. Inside 6 to go. Payne, A.J. Neal, to Frierson. And now a whistle, and I think we have a timeout being taken by Heights. It is a timeout being taken by Heights. We'll keep it right here. We're going to give you our webcast schedule beyond Bishop Carroll next week. The 4 last games of the regular season are all at home. The 14th, Valentine's Day, Southeast Buffaloes will come in here to Northwest for a 7:15 contest. On the 18th, East High will come in. On the 21st, we take on the Titans of South High right here at Northwest. And the final game of the season against the West High Pioneers on the 25th. All those games are 7:15 starts. We will actually be on the air 6:30 each of those nights. And in all likelihood, we'll be able to bring you much of the second half of the girls' contest as well. 5:37 remaining in this one. Grizzlies lead 40-35. Grizzlies have 4 timeouts remaining. Falcons have 2. Falcons have 3 fouls. We have 2, and the arrow is pointing toward Heights. Now you have your full game reset. Payne with it. Frierson. They haven't been able to get much in the paint in this half. The Grizzlies have played some good inside defense. Payne again with it. Looking for some penetration, unable to get it. Frierson thought about it, now over to Miller. Here's Frierson with it. He finally drives to the edge of the paint, puts it up. Doesn't go, but a foul's going to be called, I believe, on David Duncan. It is Duncan's second foul. It was not a shooting foul, which is a good thing. Payne looking for some help there. Frierson now to Miller. To Payne, and tried to get it inside, and nice job by Verbeck to intercept the pass, pardon me, and get it to Easton Ruffin. Ruffin looking for some help. Gets it underneath to Stewart, score. Stewart gets it, it's a 7-point game. Grizzlies with a lead. Pardon me. Frierson with Easton Ruffin on him. Back to Frierson. They've got Norris in the corner. Now Miller takes a long 3 and misses the basket. Glances off the backboard. Here's one for Verbeck. He dishes it off down at Duncan at the top of the key, and they'll reset the offense here for the Grizzlies. Might even take a little opportunity here to burn some clock. We'll see what they do with that. Easton Ruffin with it. Down into Duncan. Duncan puts it up, no good, but he was fouled, and he will go to the line and shoot a pair. chance to give the Grizzlies a bigger lead here with 3:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. First one is short. Harrison came out. Neal came in for him. Duncan missed them both. So it will stay a 7-point game. Payne will bring it down. Grizzlies need another stop. Around the horn it goes. Neal in the paint, puts it up, misses. Rebound is by Heights, puts it up and good. And that's Norris, who got the basket after he got the rebound. Now some pressure being put on into the corner to Wilson. Back out to Ruffin, over here to Verbeck. Verbeck back across to Ruffin. Back out here to Ruffin, now to Duncan, back to Ruffin. And they're looking for a hole to open up. They actually had one a moment ago. Verbeck was down there in the paint by himself. Now a foul is called. We'll see what that's all about. It's going to be on Miller of Heights. That's their 5th foul. It's his 3rd. Grizzlies will inbound. It looks like Duncan will do the honors. 2:36 remaining, 4th quarter. Grizzlies up by a touchdown. Ruffin goes into the backcourt to get the inbound pass. Now brings it across the timeline. Be careful. He's awfully close there. Verbeck. Nice ball handling by the Grizzlies. Wilson with it. And now I say that, they threw it away. But nice save, but it goes right to Norris. Stewart did everything but get it to a white shirt. We'll give an E for effort. Heights with it, that's Ziegler. Ball goes up, 3-pointer is good. Grizzlies lead is down to 2. Grizzlies led by 7 a moment ago, it's down to 2. Inside 2 minutes remaining. Get in that basket, it doesn't go, but a foul is called. Frierson, guilty of his first personal. It will put Wilson at the line, shooting 2. He needs them both here. Make it a 2-possession game. Let's get them both. First one is up, and it's good. He made them both. Grizzlies with a 4-point lead, 1:45 remaining. Ziegler brings it down for Heights. Round the horn it goes again. Frierson puts up a brick. Comes back down in the arms of David Duncan, and here come the Grizzlies back. Wilson with it. In the corner here to Verbeck, now back out to Easton Ruffin. Ruffin is fouled. Not exactly sure who they're calling this on. They're going to call it on Payne. It's his first. And it puts Grizzlies into the bonus, so they'll be shooting a 1-and-1 now. A chance for Easton Ruffin to get some points with the clock now moving. First one is up and good. (45-40), 1:11 remaining, 4th period. Ruffin trying to make it a 6-point game. He does not. But Stewart comes away with a rebound and he's fouled. He'll go. He will go to the line and shoot a pair. Actually, he'll go to the line and do a 1-and-1. His first one is big. And he missed. Norris with the ball for Heights. Grizzlies lead by 5, approaching 1 minute remaining in the fourth. There's a long three, and it rattles in, and it's good, and a timeout taken by Heights. With 53.7 seconds remaining in the fourth period, Grizzlies lead 45-43. Well, it's been a close game. It's been a barn burner. Grizzlies got off to such a horrible start, down by 9 points early. They've led by as many as 7. The Falcons have dropped that down to 2. You know, when we introduce players, I'll let the PA guy do it. And when I let him do it, I don't get to do what I like to do, and that is to introduce the coaching staffs of the respective schools and recognize them for all their hard work. The head coach at Heights High is Joe Auer. Joe is assisted by Gary Thomason, Tyler Richardson, Carlin Witten, and Ridge Foster. The head coach at Northwest is Andy Hill. Andy's assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins, Jim Murnaugh, and the managers are Javon Glover, Danielle Jantz, Catherine Curia, Heath Roberts, and Mackenzie Wigginton. All those people for their respective teams put in tons and tons of work, and we appreciate them for what they do for these kids. Grizzlies will inbound. And the ball is poked out of bounds by Payne. It will stay with Northwest. And we inbound again. If the inbound pass is blocked out of bounds, we'll do it all over. No, at this rate, we're going to be here all night. Foul called on Frierson. Wilson's going to go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And if Mrs. Frierson is watching tonight, if I've mispronounced your son's last name all night, I'll apologize now. First one is good. Frierson is the way he was introduced before the game, and that's what I've been saying, but I just heard the PA announcer call him Frierson. So it's one or the other, but we love your son anyway. Makes 1 out of 2. It's a 3-point game, 48 seconds to go. And now we have a foul called against Easton Ruffin. That's his second foul. Inbounded to Payne. Payne with it. And taken away by Verbeck, and they're calling Verbeck for the foul. I do not like that call at all. And neither does Coach Andy Hill. So we'll do it all over again here. Let's see Verbeck take it away again. Norris lost the handle, loose ball, who's got it? They're saying out of bounds to Heights, I believe. Or are they calling a foul? They called a foul on Verbeck. I don't like that call either. Now Coach Hill wants a timeout. So with 32.3 seconds to go, Grizzlies up by 3, 46-43, and a timeout for the Grizzlies. They still have 3 timeouts to spare. So bear with me a minute. Finding out, folks, that we may be losing our camera due to a battery dying here. Their kids are trying to get that going right now. Hopefully they will be able to do so. And the last thing we want to do is go into overtime with no camera. But if we do, we'll give you the audio anyway. Waiting for Heights to inbound, they do. Frierson has it. Ziegler, a 3 that's short, and a rebound by Stewart. Here come the Grizzlies. Wilson with it. 22 to go. And a foul by Norris will send the Grizzlies to the line to shoot 2, because now the Grizzlies are in the double bonus. That's Norris's first foul of the game. That's amazing. He's played the whole game. And basically it was intentional, so. The first one is good. DeAndre Wilson is at the line. I don't know if I said that or not. It's now a 2-possession game. And the first, he misses the second. 4-point lead with 18 to go. Let's go. We'll give them the 2-pointer, and they take their final timeout. Heights does with 13 to go in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies up 47 to 45. We do not want overtime. For one thing, it's a school night. These kids probably have you done your homework yet? Have you done your homework yet? He's shaking his head. No. As is Xander. So we'll give these kids some credit again. Xander Layton is doing stats for me. He's done a great job running all those numbers. Raina Ford is our executive producer. What did this? Tell me what this says. Colin TD One Drill, which is what I said it last time, is on camera for us tonight. He's done a great job with the pictures. Hope you've enjoyed him as much as we've enjoyed bringing them to you. And looking forward to doing it again here next week. 13.2 to go. Grizzlies will inbound. David Duncan has a big job ahead of him here. He's got to get it to an open man and force him to foul. Ruffin with it. Back to Duncan. And Duncan is fouled by Frierson. He'll go to the line and shoot 2 with 10.1 seconds to go. He needs both of them to make it a 2-possession game. These are 2 huge free throws for young Mr. Duncan, the 6'2 junior. Short. Ruffin and Verbeck have already gone back deep to play defense, especially in the event of a miss here. Duncan trying to get 1 out of 2. Second one is up, and he missed them both. The free throws have killed us in this quarter. What will happen? Payne dishes it off. There's a 3. No good. Grizzlies win. Grizzlies win. Grizzlies win. Final score, 47 to 45 Northwest. Now we're going to give you the totals. Xander, job on the book, buddy. I appreciate it. 4 high tie. Frierson had 10 points. Ziegler with 2. Payne with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 16 points for Lamont Payne to lead all scorers. Alex Norris had 9, and Harrison with 4 himself. For the Grizzlies, Easton Ruffin with 8. Devon Wilson with 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. David Duncan with 6. Ethan Garrett with 2. Goodwin with 2. Faulkner with 3. Verbeck with 4. 8. 8 and 6 is 14. And DeMontre Stewart with 4. And that's the scoring total for the Grizzlies in this contest. Okay, we'll tell you again. We will be back. Check out for a possible webcast from Bishop Carroll next Tuesday, beginning at 6:30. And then for sure, the next home webcast will be the 14th, Valentine's Day against Southeast. Huh? Oh, did you build a program?
Oh, it died right after.
Is she still broadcasting the audio?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to, first rule is you need to make sure you have enough power for all the equipment. So that's something we'll have to deal with.